I went for a walk this morning, and while I was walking and enjoying the beautiful weather outside with the squirrels and the breeze floating through the water and pushing the flowers around, I was listening to my music and just observing this, and I thought it was so beautiful. And this is a beautiful act of self-love. And I thought about how challenging it was to practice self-love, which I was working on, I think, since like last year. Like hardcore working on it. I posted a bunch of different videos in my video diary. And it seems like on the surface, practicing self-love should be so easy. And yet it's not. And I realized today why that is. Because I was walking and I'm like, oh, it's really beautiful. Life is simple. Life is easy. And it is. But we make it difficult in our societies with our belief systems and the things that we practice in our lives that just make things so much harder than they need to be. So I realized life is not this game of chess. In my mind, I used to always think life's like a game of chess. You gotta be careful. You gotta be mindful of what other people are doing. They make this move, you make that move. And it really isn't that at all. We do set up our societies that way for sure. But life is more like a game of checkers. It's so simple. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Our societies have brought in a lot of rules and regulations in an attempt to help us, and we tend to agree that these things help us, but we're at the point where we have so many rules now, it's just plain ridiculous. Who can know and remember all of these rules? So we have lawyers, and I mean, it's out of control. You cannot micromanage every iota of people's lives. And so at this point, it is overwhelming, it is burdensome, and it's not easy. So why am I saying all of this? Because as I came to this really nice conclusion on my walk, my self-love walk, I said, why don't I make a video? I kind of miss making videos. Why don't I make a video on some ways that I began to practice self-love? Maybe that can be helpful for someone. So I wrote down a few things. Number one, and this is my favorite one of all, I put myself on my own pedestal. In our society, we do tend to idolize people, famous people. We want to know what they're doing every 5 minutes, and we can just do that with ourselves. So if there's something that they're doing that we like, that we want to do, let's just do it ourselves. So I put myself on my own pedestal, and I made a list of like my perfect self and my perfect life and who I want to be. One of them was, like, to give you an idea, and I called it Future Cherokee. Future Cherokee does this, Future Cherokee does that. And so I was like, why don't I just write down a list of Future Cherokee things and then slowly work on those things, and then eventually I will be Future Cherokee, right? So that's what I did, and I found that I love it. I'm pretty much Future Cherokee right now. I'm really feeling like that. I'm not like 100% perfect at it, and I don't know if you ever will be, but I'm certainly living the life that I want to live right now. And so one of the things was Future Cherokee is on time for things. So that's actually been working. I usually run on CP time, but lately I've been on time for things, I guess because it's an easy way of living. So yeah, so make a list of all the things that you would want to like love the most about yourself, and then slowly begin to work on that list. See if that helps. Let me know in the comments below.